What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so this is a response video to a video that Town Biz did the other day. I meant to do this earlier, but I was busy. What I'm saying, blasting the Clippers yesterday, so I didn't get to it. But I want to talk about this article that resurfaced some days ago about something Skip Bayless said about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar quite a while ago. I think it was back in 1983. Now, the reason why this is relevant is because of today. Today you have a lot of black athletes who are making statements about social injustices that are going on right now in this country, right? So, and also when you look at the fact that on Undisputed, Skip Bayless likes to appear as if he's on the right side of history, as if he understands the plight of black people in this country. Look, is it possible that Skip Bayless at age, what is he now, 69, has changed his views from when he was 32? I guess it's possible, but I'm gonna tell you something about Skip Bayless, and let me get to that in a moment. In this article that resurfaced recently from 1983, Skip Bayless was very scathing and critical and dismissive of the book that had came out at that time by Los Angeles Lakers center Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I think it was called Giant Steps or something like that. And in the book, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar talks about his experiences with racism and being a black man in this country. And Skip kind of, was dismissive of it and basically was insinuating that Kareem was whining. Talking about, and this is going to sound familiar, talking about how he's blessed to be 7'2", so he can play basketball and be successful at it and be a millionaire and I guess live in a nice house and all these type of things. Some of the same things you hear from the right when they attack people like Lebron James and any other sports athlete who dares to complain about the plight of black people. Not necessarily maybe themselves, but talking about black people, Now, it's perfectly fine, I guess, for the right when you're a white athlete and you want to complain about them complaining and talk about the flag and all that. It's okay for them to complain, but for us, shut up and play basketball. And pretty much that's what Skip Bayless was conveying in that article to Kareem. Shut up and play basketball. Now, this is the thing, and Town talked about this. If you're not subscribed to Town Biz, please subscribe to Town Biz. Chris Rock had a comedy special some years ago, maybe about 15, 16 years ago now, where he was talking about white privilege. And he was talking about how nobody in that crowd who was white was going to change places with any black person, even him, and he was rich. Because that privilege that you have of being white in this country is just it's too grandiose. It supersedes money because of the negatives that come along, that they know come along with that. That's why, a lot of these fake conservatives out here are always talking about how they love this country. They love America. Well, I would love a country, too, where I have all these privileges based upon my race. I mean, just look at the history of this country, and it's based upon white supremacy. So yeah, I would love, if I were white, I would love this country too. You know what I'm saying? Starting from, slavery and manifest destiny and Jim Crow. All of the wars where, this country's picked upon little brown nations to, rob them of their resources and whatnot, and, colonize other, you get my point, all right? But back to Skip Bayless. Is he a racist? It's possible. You know how some people say they have a gaydar? Black people have a radar for racists. And minds do tend to go off with him sometimes. If he is one, he's probably the best I've seen one of the best at least, at covering it up. You know what I'm saying? I remember back when I first saw him, back when he was with Woody Page, and that show was called, First Take was called Cold Pizza at the time, and the show's format was different. It wasn't just a debate show. It was a sports show where they had interviews and had different segments talking about other stuff. And then they had that segment where it was Woody Page and Skip Bayless debating. And then it changed to, I think Woody left, and then Stephen A. Smith came aboard, and the ratings just went through the roof. And then, they changed the name of it to First Take. And then they changed the formatting so it was just a debate program. But anyway, the point is, somewhere along the lines, he began attacking LeBron and Terrell Owens relentlessly. Talking about Skip Bayless. And, you see this pattern now, Damian Lillard, other, athletes as well. So I always felt like at the time that he had a problem with assertive black men who were opinionated and, were alpha males, I guess. So that's why I always assumed he was a racist. You know what I'm saying? And it could be that. It could be that. One thing I am certain of is that Skip is the type of person who harbors grudges, and if he doesn't like you, it influences his opinion of you as when it comes to sports, which it should never do. And that's why I don't respect Skip Bayless as a journalist, because I strongly suspect that he has a personal issue with LeBron James. He has a personal issue, I'm certain, of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know whether or not in the past, maybe during LeBron's first run with the Cavaliers, maybe one game, they had an uncomfortable exchange. Maybe Skip came to him, wanted an extra interview, and LeBron told him, "Get the fuck out of my face." Maybe years and years ago, Kareem, who can be a prickly guy, maybe he said something to Skip Bayless Skip didn't like. Maybe the same is true with Terrell Owens. Recently, Damian Lillard told him what he felt about him, and he always gives Damian shit. So I don't know. I really don't know what it is with Skip. But he definitely does not seem to care for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. On his all-time top 10 list, I think he had Kareem ranked 5th, which seems very low. He had Shaq ranked higher than Kareem, which I don't get that one. I mean, aside from career field goal percentage, I don't, and Kareem's is high as well. I mean, 50, I think it's 58% for Shaq to about 56% for Abdul-Jabbar. But, Jabbar was more finesse. Shaq was power. You know what I'm saying? So, other than that, I don't get why he would rank Shaq higher. Kareem has more championships. Kareem has more all-star appearances. Kareem has more MVPs. Kareem averages more points, more assists. I believe more assists at least. More, well, maybe not more assists. No, yeah, he did average more assists. He averaged more assists. He averaged more rebounds. If blocks were counted in the years that they weren't counted in the years, the first 5 years, he would average more blocks. He shot the free throws at a much higher rate than Shaq. He was a more clutch player than Shaquille O'Neal. I don't get it. And also, when Skip Bayless had the nerve to say out of his mouth that Michael Jordan was a better college basketball player than Kareem, that was it for me. It's either he doesn't like Kareem or his fanboyism with Mike is just ridiculous. But at the end of the day, I don't know. Skip is a tricky one, man. I'm telling you, I do think that there is something there as far as race is concerned. I think it, but I can't prove it. But I get that impression. You know what I'm saying? I do get that impression that there's something there with Skip that he's trying to conceal. His recent statements regarding, Dak Prescott need to just play and, and shove all of the other stuff aside and, and just, focus on your role as quarterback of the Cowboys. I have a feeling that if you're talking about Brett Favre and his role with, his battles with substance abuse, prescriptions, drug abuse, people, I have a feeling that he would be more empathetic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. So at the end of the day, yeah, I suspect that he's a racist. I don't trust him all the way. And I definitely think that he's an asshole. Big time. Big time asshole. So, tell me what you guys think.